Hi everyone, this is Esateys. Do you do what other people want you to do instead of what you want to do? Ever? When I was younger and I was in a situation where my business wasn't really my business, but the person I was married to at the time's business really demanded, so to speak, that we go to cocktail parties and do all of these things that in my heart of hearts I didn't want to do, especially as frequently as we had to do them. And so what would happen is I'd end up going because that was the right thing to do, and I didn't want to create upset in the relationship or seem like I was bringing the business down, so I would go. But I wasn't able to shift my mindset in such a way that I really enjoyed myself, at least most of the time. So what I would do is I'd end up feeling agitated, I'd be a little bit pissy, I wouldn't feel like I was in a very good humor. I just wasn't really enjoying myself. Now, there's two ways of handling this. One is shift your mindset so you can be okay with what you're doing, or just get real, be authentic. Because how many times have you said yes when you wanted to say no? When you continue to say yes, when you really mean no, what happens is that our bodies start to really release hormones that are anger, adrenaline. We start to create a situation in our mind that says, I feel like a victim, I don't really want to do this, this is really difficult for me, I'm angry that I have to do it. All these things start going on and we literally end up with a headache or a stomach ache. I used to do that all the time. Do you remember when you were a child, or maybe you have a child, that will say, oh Mom, I don't want to go to school today because I've got a stomach ache and I think my head hurts too. And they give you this whole song and dance, but after doing a little detective work, you find out that they really want to say no to school and don't want to say yes because there's something there. Like there's a test and they're not ready for it. Or maybe somebody's been picking on them. So if you want to say no, but you say yes, is it because it just really doesn't resonate for you? Or is there something there you're going to have to face that you don't necessarily want to? It's a really good investigative thing to look at for yourself, because when you know yourself well enough to know when you're being authentic and when you're not, that's going to make a very significant difference in how you feel internally, because when you are doing things you don't want to do, that stuff starts building up, and over time it will create resentment and anger and frustration with the people that you think are making you do it, and at yourself for not being impeccable to how it is that you truly feel. So today you can get into a position where you reframe it, or you decide for yourself that no, I'm just saying no. And in that decision-making process, you will feel so much better internally. So I invite you to notice how many times you're saying yes because it's a true yes, or you're saying yes because it isn't, and then are you willing to flip it around? I want to thank all of you that are sharing these videos and entering the contest by sharing and then sending me a private message that you did share. And I'm excited that Janet got to receive our gift for last week, Relationships and Beyond. She said she's never won anything before, so she was so excited. And it really, really delights me for all the feedback you are all giving me. Thank you so much for that. So here's your question for today. Oh, and by the way, don't forget, this contest is still on. And I'm decided that I'm going to do it every 2 weeks. So that means that you will have more time, since I'm only doing 2 a week now, Tuesdays and Fridays. That gives you 4 times to share. And the more you share, the more you're entered. So that will be really terrific for you. Okay, so here's your question for today. What would it take for me to be truly authentic to what I desire? What would it take for me to be truly authentic to what I absolutely desire? Until next time, feel a hug.